What's up, guys? Your favorite running YouTube channel is officially back, and we have a lot to talk about. Okay, first I need to tell you about the cross-country season. So I already made a video. I made a little YouTube short for Admiral's Twilight. I went 9:59 in the 3K, which was bad. And then for Mobile Challenge of Champions, I made a mini video and I went 16:38 for the 5K. But I'll pick up the season after there. So after Challenge of Champions, I decided it was time to actually run a good race. So next up race was Foley, which is not too bad of a course, but it's also not easy either. And here is a picture of me, and here's another, which explains that. So in this race, there was the leader of our region, Charles Perry, he was gone. So I was running with 3 other guys, and I was actually leading, which was weird for me. I'm not usually leading a race, but I get a lot of adrenaline from leading, and so this race was really good. I did end up getting completely outkicked, and I got 4th maybe, but I ran 16:19, which was only 3 seconds off my PR. No, 6 seconds off my PR, and it was a really good race for that course, because last year I ran 17:10, and we were improving. Okay, so then we had a week off, and I trained hard. I can't really remember anything specific, but I'll put up the Strava. It was an 8-mile progression run, and my last 5K was 17:24, and my last mile was 5:15 or something. So I knew I was fit. I just had to keep it going. So here comes around Blakely, which is probably a little short course, but once again, there were some out-of-state guys coming in, or out of our region guys coming in, and once again, I was with Charles and one other guy were out in front, and I was with a pack of maybe 3 or 4 of us, and once again, I did get out-kicked and get last in that pack, but I placed 7th maybe, and I went under 16 for the first time, running 15:59, and so I knew that next week, I had big race, biggest so far of the season, Jesse Owens, and I knew I was ready to go really fast. So before Jesse Owens, I knew I was in shape. I did another 8-mile progression run, and my last 5K was only, I think, 18 flat, but it felt a lot more controlled and easier, and I'm not gonna lie, I probably tapered a little before Jesse Owens, maybe too much. I probably sharpened up too much, but we'll get to that later. And Jesse Owens, let's just say it was fast. So I went out first mile probably 4:50. Then I came through the 2-mile at 10:01, which was basically a track PR for me. And I came through the finish at 15:47. And another thing, I beat a lot of the local guys who had been beating me previously. So this race was Jesse Owens has always been a big breakout race for me in the season, and it really shows my progression. But then bad things happened. So the week after Jesse Owens and the week of this 2-mile race that we do called McGill and Relays, I noticed a pain in my foot, and it felt a lot like the pain in my foot that was a stress reaction last year. So I trained a little through it. I ran McGill Relays, but then I had to take time off. I took the weekend off and came back to running, and it did not feel any better. So I decided to take about 2 weeks off and go to the doctor and see what they said, and they suggested an MRI. So after the 2 weeks off, my MRI came back. These are the official results, and it came back clear, which was actually really good. So I returned to training, and the pain in my foot was still there, but I returned to training and got ready for sectionals. And at sectionals, I kind of had a booty race. I went out really fast, 5:15, and I ended up running 17:40 something. So it was bad, but there was time before state to get ready. State, not a very good experience for Daniel Gill. Last year I ran 17:35 and my PR was 16:13. This year, not much better. My foot was still hurting when it was time to come up for state, and during the race I could tell it hurt. I went out strong, 5 flat for the first mile, and I died hard. I ended up running 1640, which isn't terrible, but not the fitness that I knew I could have been in if I didn't have to take time off. And the more pressing concern is that this is the second year in a row that I've missed state due to an injury. But there's some good news. As of right now, I'm currently training. I'm running every other day, and on my off days, I'm cross-training hard, bike or swim, or both, because I'm a grinder like that. And I'll make a video on that if you guys really want me to, on how to train with low mileage but cross training. Basically, this year's injury should not be as worse as last year's. I think I might get a race some indoor and maybe even indoor state, and the pain is feeling good. We're gonna get one more MRI to make sure it's all okay. But basically, we're ready for outdoor. It's not gonna be like last year. We're gonna be a lot faster, and I'm hoping to document. I did a really bad job this cross country season, so you guys keep me accountable, and hopefully there should be a new video soon on this watch, the Coros Pace 3. Leave a comment if you want a review video. Alright, that's it for my season recap. It was a successful season, lowered my PR from 1613 to 1547. Alright guys, so as you can tell, it was a successful season, but I'm looking to do more of this track and more of this cross country and stay healthy. So I'm going to have some videos on how I'm training right now, and then hopefully some more videos, so stay tuned. Like, subscribe, comment, and let's get it.